Circle. So my first thought was the title is circle, but most of the images we see at the top are other shapes. Like I see squares, I see rectangles and triangles, all within the geography, all within the landscape of the shots that they were shown, all within the shadows. Um, it's sort of stepping movement to start. The coordination is on point. Um, Overall, it's a representation of modern human beings in these cities that we all live in, and the structure of our lives is just this mundane, repetitive action all the way until we get to the end of our lives. So sort of like the circle of life or the circle of death, if you will. And you see this in nature, this constant circle of starting at a certain point, predator versus prey, ending off into the ending. And I feel like this was a way of kind of creating the circle of life, but in this movement. Um, I mean, it was just constant movement. And our lives are constant movement, if you really think about it. Our lives are constant movement until there is no more movement. And so, that's the mode I got from this. It's this never-ending circle of life.
Wow, Circle had such incredible energy from start to finish. The transitions were sharp. The pacing was it was fast and it was hitting, and these dancers are incredible, and I loved getting to see them in these different locations and seeing it all come together. It felt very alive, and you could just, I don't know, you could just feel it. And yeah, it was such a treat to watch. I really, really enjoyed it. I loved the music and the clapping and all of it was such a treat to watch. And there was so much talent and passion and creativity that went into this. And you could tell just by watching it. Just fantastic job, amazing energy.
This is regarding Circle. This was very interesting. Just a lot of great opening shots and visuals throughout, but really in the opening, I really liked the shots. It kind of just pulls you in right away. I liked the music. Some of the harsh sounds in the beginning could have, to me, been shortened a little bit just because it was a little hard on the ears, but is mostly the point probably, but I just think it could have been shortened a little bit with the harsh sounds. But it was very attention grabbing. The dances were amazing, such good choreography and talent with the dancers. Gosh, they have such strength. I really liked the traffic visuals. Just all the visuals were cool. So great job on the camera work, cinematography. In particular, I really liked the dancing on the rooftops and showing, overhead and kind of pushing in closer and closer and pushing in closer and closer on the table where the ants were. I just thought it was kind of to me, it was about the circle of life and how we're just like the ants, moving in like circles. Just, the circle of life is what spoke to me about, the ants and kind of pushing in on all the dancers on the rooftop looking very similar. I really thought the choreography was great. It felt kind of tribal to me, the dance. I thought that was really neat. Yeah, I just thought overall this was really cool, really interesting, and really kept my attention. Great work.
Circle. Circle is a fascinating experimental short where we see the power of the music at the maximum. I think it was a great idea to mix the choreography with the beautiful skyline of Mexico City. And we see it is fantastic choreography, well performed by the main actor and the other actors, and obviously using the circle. We see these circles. There's a lot of aerial views where we see the choreography being performed inside a circle, where the characters they create, the dancers create circles themselves. And as we see, as the movie progresses, we understand that the circle is about the circle that is part of the ant world, where ants when ants basically lose their ability to think, and they just keep following each other, walking in a circle until they die. I think it was a great symbolism in this film, and I'm fascinated by the awesome aerial views and the absolutely stunning quality of the cinematography and direction. The overall production value is fantastic, and the dancers are great. This is a difficult choreography, but they performed it in an absolutely brilliant way. Overall, a fantastic short. Congratulations.
This film is called Circle. This was an amazing, stylish dance piece. A number of talented, flexible dancers do solo and group dances in the heart of a bustling city with a fabulous rhythmic soundtrack. What sets this piece apart for me is the quick editing, moving around the buildings from drone shots of a single dancer on a roof or a stadium to close-ups of a group of dancers. The camera is everywhere as it zooms around the dancers in such a dynamic way. The cuts from dancer to dancer and shot to shot are so smooth. The scenes of dancers in empty office buildings were very eerie. No one fills these offices anymore as companies move and or close. I appreciated the ghostly but effective shots of the living and dining room, a home that has been deserted by perhaps death or brokenness. Excellent, memorable film. Circle, check it out.
Circle felt really big, really cinematic for a dance film. We had these awesome overhead shots. The drone shots were used in such a way that we saw this uniformity, the sameness, and the synchronicity that we also saw in the dance in this film. So I thought that was a cool way to juxtapose the two. The dancing shot from really far away was something I haven't seen often in dance films. Seeing the dancer from such a far distance and still being able to make out those big movements that they're having here. The editing in this film was incredible. I thought it was so fun to watch, and it just felt big and very cinematic in a way that I haven't seen in dance films like at this scale. There was just this feeling of epicness to this film. I wrote epic. It was just really cool film, really cool dance film, and I love the style of it.
They all have this commonality, a red circle that lies on their forehead. They all move in sync with one another. The editor creates a smooth transition between each dancer and space. It's as if the world has come together and has fallen into step with each and every person, time, space. The final shot being this horde of ants running in circles, nodding that we might merely be insects running on this cycle of life.